Hey, Nottingham Forest.
Versus Chelsea.
For the first time, I've seen someone at Priest Skywalker.
Yamin, sit down. I want to rest you. The whole of this game, you are not going to play.
Salah too is struggling.
No, Salah, the statute is still there. Don't do that. He's still there.
Over the weekend, there were some EPL games, 10 EPL games always, and there were some very, 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 great games. Which of the games were your highlights, or was your highlight of the weekend?
I was going to say the Chelsea Nottingham Forest, but I think we have to critically look at the Tottenham and then Brighton game.
Tottenham, Brighton.
It was
fire.
back to back. I mean, comebacks and all that. So I think that game was a good one.
Right.
Yeah.
And which of them was boring? Which of them was the most
boring game of the
weekend?
Aston Villa, Manchester United. Easy.
Aston Villa United.
Easy.
So who should have won?
Aston Villa should have won. I think Aston Villa should have won the game. Because
right.
looking at the form they've been in, even though
they should have taken the 3 points.
They always struggle against Manchester United, whenever.
Right.
But with the form they had, I was expecting them to do something. Yeah.
Right. So your highlights of the weekend.
Yeah, highlights of the weekend. Let's say Cole Palmer sitting down watching his colleagues fighting. That was one of the moments I enjoyed during this weekend.
Right. And for me, I felt he should have gone to help.
He doesn't want help.
Because whenever there is, I don't know where they learned that thing. whenever there is chaos between two players, you see each side rushing to come to the other side also rushing to come and defend his. But Cole Palmer didn't want problem. He sat on the floor.
He just sat on the floor observing.
Yes, just because at the end of the day, he doesn't have that strength. Somebody slap him one. And I understand Jackson also, slapped somebody.
Yeah, he slapped someone. You see, Jackson, we should just take his our brother, African brother. Even me, if I was there, like I would have slapped somebody. So it's
and how far with that?
I think
understand. They didn't see it on field, but then they saw it after.
I was actually surprised the VAR didn't see it. But a lot of things, they couldn't actually capture everything. But
I understand they are supposed to review it.
To review it, I think they've did, and they've not seen anything wrong.
See, one thing he's lucky. The player he slapped, he should have reacted.
And I also think it's just because they didn't see it on the
time.
pitch. Yeah. Right. So guys, so which game was your game of the week?
Game of the week. Hey, Nottingham Forest.
Versus Chelsea.
That
was your game of the week.
Hey, Nottingham Forest, they are good.
Yeah.
They are good. We should give them that praise.
We discussed that game after.
They are good.
We discussed that game.
They surprised me. So
right. Okay, so let's go back to the board. So over the weekend we had our first game being Crystal Palace Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool winning 1-0 away.
Another tough result for Liverpool.
I think we got this one.
They had to fight.
Our prediction, we got this one right. I don't know about the score line, but we said Liverpool was going to win.
Yeah.
Right. Did you think Liverpool was going to win?
Yes.
So it was easy.
It's because you can't be on top and make lose for someone to come over. So I think Liverpool, they deserve the win.
Crystal Palace all of a sudden seems to not getting their stuff right. What is happening? As we know, I mean, against Chelsea, he was doing some magic. After that, I've not seen anything.
He's been one of the problems for the team this season. He's been, squandering a lot of chances in the games.
Yeah.
And I'm actually surprised. They've actually had a good business in the summer, bringing in Edin Ketia and Trevor Chalobah. But I think they just need to find a way to work together. Sarr is also in the team. But let's not forget that one of the best goalkeepers were in the game for Liverpool. He made a lot of crucial saves in that game. That actually kept Liverpool in the game. But for me, I think Crystal Palace will still pick up. That's what I believe. They'll still pick up.
Right.
They have the quality.
Quality to do that. Right.
For me, I think, as Amando said, Crystal Palace losing Olise has affected them.
Definitely.
Because Eze feels like he's a star man.
He's the only one.
He can shoot anytime he wants. He doesn't release ball on time, always holding the ball, and it's affecting the team as a whole. It's a team, collective something. You have to help each other. don't try to do everything on your own. As we are speaking, Crystal Palace, they've not won any match. And I always blame Eze. If you watch their match, you get angry. He's always like
reluctant,
like what Madueke is doing to us. He feels like he's the best player on the field. He wants to do everything by himself, and it's not helping. So I think if he can change and be a team player, it will help them.
Yeah,
right. Arsenal 3, Southampton 1. Southampton, getting an early goal.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, Arsenal came back and then lashed them 3-1. What was your take on the game?
I think for me it was a fair result. I was actually thinking Arsenal would give them more goals, but Southampton also tried their best. They are just not up there. They can't compete.
And I think it was just some silly mistake. I remember we talking about especially I think the second goal.
Yeah.
Where the defender clearly defended and got the ball, cleared the ball,
and
he left it, and then Saka came and just.
And these teams, that's always been their problem. They are not so much confident at the back, and they usually get themselves in trouble. But in the beginning, they had a good start.
Right.
But that's what the difference between an elite team and a struggling club.
Right.
Yeah. For me, for Arsenal game, I think we should give all the credit to Saka. Because he was the star man on the pitch. And I don't know why people still underrate Saka. Saka has done it for the past
people do.
They do.
Underrate him in what regard?
They'd say he's not good. His level of performance has to he's not a world class player.
He's not. Saka. He is not a world class. He's doing well, but he's not a world class player.
So is Foden a world class player?
Foden too is not a world class.
So let's say in Premier League,
now this argument is been going on for a while now.
What is your point?
A world class player. So if you call Foden a world class player,
I'm not calling Foden.
I'm going to give a scenario. Right. If Foden or Saka is world class player, now tell me, how do you call Ronaldo and co? What are they? Which class will you put them?
Currently.
Not currently. I'm just
world class.
Messi, Ronaldo and co. Which class will you put them?
In my perspective, world class. It's not always that you are going to be world class. You can be a world class player this season. The next season you won't be a world class player.
No, then you are not a world class player.
Are you saying performance or personality?
You see Saka.
Because I think these are two different things.
Yeah.
A world-class player as a personality or as a person, and a world-class performance as in performance.
Yeah.
For example, somebody can have a very good season, right, in a particular season, but will not be able to, in the following season, he gets missing.
Yes.
You see,
that would be we can.
The reason why I'm saying Saka is a world-class player.
Okay.
Since Arteta came in, statistically.
Yeah, he's there.
Saka
no doubt.
There. Right.
But how every season?
Okay.
I did some argument before coming here.
Okay.
People were comparing Saka and Foden, and I told them I'll go for Saka every day because if you go and check since Saka has the numbers than Foden.
Okay,
right, that's true.
So if I ask you that, apart from these personal numbers, how many major trophies does Saka have? Can you mention one?
If
it all counts. It all counts.
Trophy.
And this is let me also finish this.
Okay.
And this season is the only season Saka is playing Champions League football.
Yes.
He as what's the name? The world class status you mentioned. You need to be up there in all aspects of the game, in all top competitions of the game. But this is his first season playing the Champions League. So what are you telling me?
So because
he has not won Premier League before. He has not won.
This is not Saka's first season playing Champions League.
No, this is
let's go in.
From last season, it's only last season and this season they've started playing.
His second season.
Okay, so this is just the second, but it just started. I mean, he only had one.
So I think the point is that he's a top player.
He's a top player, no doubt.
Not world class. With regards to the world class,
he's not there
probably.
Yet.
Maybe he still have some milestones to achieve, right?
In a season, let's say, let's go 2021, 2022, 12 goals, 7
No, we are not
assists.
arguing about his numbers.
Yes.
We are not arguing about his performances. His performances
I'm talking
are
based
heading
on
towards
some-
being a world-class player.
some comparison.
He's heading
but
towards
he's not there
People
yet.
call Foden world class, but
And he said what he describes as a world-class player, Foden is not there.
Foden is not there. Saka too is not
He's
there.
not there. They
So
are not
I
there
Right
yet.
now, Premier League, who are the world class players?
And
Only-
he has
only Erling
explained.
Haaland.
He is
So
saying
De
that
Bruyne too is not a world class player.
De Bruyne was a world class, but now he's dropping. So
He's
I
dropping.
would.
So currently, Premier League is only Haaland.
It's only Haaland.
This guy,
And Mo Salah.
Rodri,
Mo Salah. Let me count them. Mo Salah, Haaland.
for the past
Rodri.
two seasons, Salah too is struggling.
No, Salah. The statute is still there. Don't do that. He's still there. he's
Salah is-
He's still there.
guys, please. I don't know what a world-class player is.
Salah
I'm
is
just
still
trying to
struggling.
understand the argument.
Let's
Let
not
us know
abuse
what
that
you
word.
think.
Let's not abuse that word.
A
Come on.
world-class player is. I mean, if we have to sit here and argue, we
Because-
argue all day.
And
So
let
let
me
the
go
fans
back.
help us.
Let
Go
me
on
go
with
back
your-
with the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
Saka again. Saka did something, let's say, people don't see. He's a star man for Arsenal.
No doubt.
He always turn up for them.
Right.
But people don't see his presence. I think even if Saka is not even performing, England national team, they will call him just because of what they know he can do. Do you get it?
Right.
A player, that was when the last week, someone was like, all Saka's assists is from corners. He has learnt it. And it's working for him.
No, but I think all those are just,
Like people,
people's own
it
arguments.
pains
You
me
get it, right.
like if people
Don't
like
let it pain you.
if a
No,
player is
don't let it
performing and you are underrating him.
Don't let it pain you. I mean,
So-
everybody have seen it. Even English media that have been very critical about Saka are beginning to give him his praises. So
Yeah.
I think people are seeing what he's doing, and it should
Let's
just
just-
encourage him to do more.
Yes,
At the end of the
yes.
day, people can't stop talking about you. There are people who just genuinely don't like you. You can't stop those people from saying what they want to say. So
Yeah.
I mean, those sometimes we should just differentiate the conversation from people who are genuinely criticizing and people
Yeah,
who just
yeah.
want to criticize for the sake of it. So I mean, for me, Saka is amazing. Even at the World Cup, the Euros.
The Euros.
He was good. So
No, he's a top player.
yeah. So Havertz scored. I mean,
Kai Havertz.
he scored a classic goal.
Yeah, the second goal.
Yeah,
I mean,
the first goal.
that was the
That was the first
Yeah,
goal.
no,
Martinelli
Havertz.
scored the second one, and then Saka scored the last goal. That was the one we were
Yeah,
talking about.
we were
Yeah,
talking
right.
You see,
So-
sometimes Arteta is a good coach. I've studied something about Arteta. If Arteta says this player, I don't like the style of play of this player, let me bring in this one.
And also not forgetting that the Chelsea man was featured in that game.
Yeah,
Sterling was featured.
Oh, Sterling,
in that game.
he's finished. Sterling is finished.
All right.
So let's say an example: Ryan and Ramsdale's issue. Arteta was like he prefers Ryan over Ramsdale, and we've seen
We've seen
Ryan
the
is
work.
good. Playing Kai Havertz false 9 and always benching Jesus, it's working for him.
Yeah, right.
At first, like when he said it, people were doubting him. He was, we have a striker, but you don't play
so
the
your
striker.
point is that he's a good
yeah,
coach.
yeah,
He knows his stuff.
he knows his
Right.
stuff.
Okay, right. Let's get to the Brentford Wolves game. This one was just like goals for goals. And the Wolves couldn't, go anymore.
It rained goals that day.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
but
8 goals came out of that
8
game.
goals. You see, this Brentford team,
They are doing, and you see, one thing I like about them, they are making sure they dot all their I's and cross all their T's.
Yeah.
Any loose game team they find, they are going to make sure they'll lash you properly.
they get the goals.
They will get the goal. They will lash you properly.
Yeah.
So that when they meet teams that they are not able to, overpower.
Yeah.
At least they can play you to a draw, or even if they lose, it's still fine because they've been winning.
I think they always have a plan.
Right.
Get the goals early. And as a team, if you establish your
and
team
since
this way,
the EPL started, they've always scored
early goals, very very
Early
early.
goals, 1, 2.
Yeah.
So for me, I think that's the plan they've picked up this season, and I think it's working for them perfectly.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't see
Any issue
with that. They just have to keep
the pace.
doing it.
Right.
But if they,
But Wolves seems to be struggling.
I said
Yes.
it all the time.
Right.
They have the men, like they have good team. They play so well, but at the end they swallow goals.
Nuno Espirito says Nuno Espirito left.
They just their defense is just not there.
Right.
They swallow
and
goals.
they send the defense to Forest. And they are disturbing Chelsea.
Yeah.
Right. Brentford Wolves.
Yeah, for me the Brentford game. I think Brentford. I don't know like how they do it. That early goal something.
Yeah.
They've done it for about 4 matches. It's either 1 minute or 2 minutes.
Right.
They will score. I don't know what they do, but it's working for them.
Yeah.
And if right now, if you are going to play against them, don't let them pass first. Try to win the toss, so you pass first and still hold the ball before things go.
Yeah, in their favor.
Yes.
So we have Leicester City, Bournemouth. This was also another cracker.
Yeah.
Bournemouth played their hearts out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they still couldn't equalize that goal. What do you make of that game?
I just believe that day was just for Leicester City, and they needed
this
so
win.
much.
Right.
They needed more than
and they also
anybody
played
else.
at home.
Exactly. So they needed to give the fans something to cheer about. So for me, this was just about right for them.
Right, for them
to get the win.
I agree. I think I agree. Leicester, man.
Yes, that's why I'm wearing the jersey.
Fatal has been on the bench these days.
For Fatal's issue, I don't really know how to tackle it. Maybe,
or it's just a strategy.
I can't say it's a strategy because last season he was fire.
Right.
So I don't know what's really the problem. We are not with them.
But is he not performing? Is he not performing because he has started a couple of games?
Yes.
Is he not performing to the standard that you think?
Friends, if let's say I and you are playing the same position, then you're always starting. Then I come from the bench. The only way I can start over you is when I come. I have to do something that you've not done on the pitch. But right now, Fatah is not doing it.
Yeah.
Fatah is not doing it.
You're expecting more from him.
Yes, we expect more from him.
Right.
We pray like things work out for him.
Great.
Even if he comes in 90 minutes, I hope he either score or like give an assist.
Yeah.
Just to put trust in the coach for him to start
It's
playing.
very, very important. The other day I was thinking about this. Like me, if I'm a player and you put me in 90 minutes, I go ball. But it doesn't really make sense because that is your only
opportunity you have. So prove
in a game, 1 minute can make a difference.
It can
Just
make a
1
difference.
minute can make a difference.
John
Duran will tell you.
John Duran.
Always
you come from his bench,
right. So I feel that
goals.
it doesn't really make sense that when a player is put, in the latter part of the stage, you feel low about it.
Yeah.
That's when you
that's your chance.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you can't force the coach to start you. You just have to show something to.
And Prince, let's give credit to Jordan Ayew. That game, he really did very well.
Yeah, Jordan has been so much.
He was like
for me.
the one holding the balls, causing fouls for
yeah.
Leicester, wasting time for them. And as a team, you need a player like that, a player who can hold balls and cause like fouls for
just like Chelsea has Madueke.
Just to waste time for the time to like go. Jordan Ayew really did well.
Okay, so let's look at the Man City Fulham game. Man City winning 3-2.
I think that game Fulham could have
won
the game. They had so many chances as usual. This man, Adama Traore,
the macho man.
For the first time, I've seen someone outpace Kyle Walker.
Yes, I saw the video.
Super challenge, super sprint, like serious one. But Kyle Walker couldn't stand him. Even Kyle Walker was ahead of him. Then he overtook.
Yeah, he's one of the fastest.
And I think there's a video that surfaced where Adama and Pep were talking.
Yeah,
and they were saying he was coaching him how to score a goal next time. And you see, he had a clear
one. That was the
counter. He was showing him how to score the goal.
Come on,
because you can't do this work and not finish it. Come on.
So he got a couple of chances.
Right.
That wasn't the only chance he got.
I think he has to work on his finishing because
that's been his
pace
problem.
is very important in a game.
Yeah.
Once you have pace, it is a big plus to your team.
Yeah.
The finishing should just be,
I think that's what exactly that's the same thing. That's worrying our man Mudryk. Someone said his feet is faster than his brain.
But he's speaking up. He's speaking up.
They can talk. So it was a good game, and then I think that game was for Kovacic. Kovacic has to pull out from nowhere, doing something he hasn't done
never
before.
done.
To just kill it for Manchester City. So I think it was a nice game.
And Duku as well.
Duku also came
from
Duku, yeah.
A brilliant goal from him. I think he scored a second goal.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant goal. Right, so West Ham for winning by 4 goals to 1 against Ipswich. Kudus scoring his first goal of the season.
Yeah,
excited, isn't it?
I mean,
West Ham has been struggling
so well, but it has to come at a point. They just need to start picking up the points, and it is very important for them as a team and as a coach coming into a team that had a good season. The previous season, you can't afford to be losing so many points like this. So I think it was a good point for them. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, for me that match, I think the West Ham forward they really did well.
Yeah,
Paqueta, Kudus, Bowen, and the striker they did
Antonio.
They did it very well. Because if you check the match, they were playing attacking football. Yeah. They needed a goals and they had it. So Kudus, I just hope Kudus continues like this. There's this Black Star match. I want him to score again, just to put trust in his coach, because the man was like, Kudus is not a team player or something like that.
Yeah,
and we've seen Kudus from Ajax to his first season at West Ham, what he did. Yeah. So I just want the coach to have more faith in him and give him the chance for him to prove himself for him.
Right. I mean, hopefully he'll come to the break
the Black Stars and then do something.
And do something for us.
Our star boy.
Right, star boy. Star boy say people they insult him too much. He goes Twitter, they vex everybody. Right, so we have Everton against Newcastle. They drew. I mean, Pickford was solid.
Yeah.
I mean, saving a penalty.
Yeah.
That was just so good.
Charlie, that game, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see Everton, to do that.
Did Isak play?
No, he's still injured.
No, yeah. So for me, I think...
I wanted to say Isak.
So that was a good game. And actually, Everton were so very resilient at the back. I think that's what got them the 1 point. And I think it's good. They should, if they start picking
they would have lost that game.
Yes.
To be honest. There was so much pressure on Everton.
Yeah. For me, I think the absence of Isak is still disturbing the team. And Gordon playing as number 9 is not helping. He's always out of position. I would have preferred Barnes to play the 9, then Gordon will go to the wings. But it's the coach's decision.
Yeah.
So let's just end right now. Trippier is injured again. So if Trippier, someone who last season he was giving crosses, giving assists.
Yeah.
This season he's finding difficult because at the beginning of the season he was injured. He came in, he's injured again. So I just want they should solve the injury problems. If all their players are fit, I think they do very well.
Right. So that was for Saturday. At Sunday we had Aston Villa United.
Yeah.
Wow. Aston Villa
0-0 draw.
Yeah.
So for that match, I think Aston Villa they disappointed us because we all know United they are struggling. Even RTU, if they are going to play against United, all of us we know RTU can score United. But here the case, Aston Villa they struggled. Let's give credit to the Manchester United defense. Evans.
Yeah. This old
36 years old. But on that day, he really performed. I learned their coach, the star man, Ten Hag. Do you know what's one funny thing he did? First half, he played 2 centre backs. Second half, he brought another 2.
Allah.
Tactician. So, you see, me, I'm a fan of Ten Hag. I want them to keep him. They should just give him time. Against the match Bruno had red card against this Porto. Same thing, tactician. He drew them at 3-3. So they should just give him time. But Aston Villa, Una Emery, I don't know it was what really happened.
Yeah.
But that match, we all wanted Aston Villa to win. But here the case they drew. So we shouldn't. Manchester did their best.
Yeah. Because
Ten Hag was coming to lose, and at the end they had a draw. So it's good for them.
Right.
Okay. So you see, now whenever Manchester United is playing, I don't usually look for the results. I'm waiting to see what the coach will say.
And the funny thing,
right? And he didn't disappoint me. After this game, he said Manchester United are doing well.
Yes, they had a clean sheet.
Yeah, they had 3 clean sheets or 4 clean sheets.
Just look at this.
And now the team is picking up. The team is picking up. That's what he said. For me, I think. Excuse me, that was a blatant lie. How is Man United picking up?
They're not picking up.
And he even added that now that the international break is going to affect them.
That's what it's going to do.
I mean, how? Where is the picking up coming from?
Yes,
Man
he's
United,
my man.
their
He's my
last
man.
5 games, you said they are doing well. Okay, your last 5 games in the Premier League, 4 draws, 1 loss. Where is the picking up?
They are picking up. They are drawing, having clean sheets.
Okay. That's 5 matches. You are supposed to have at least possibly 15 points.
15 points.
You had 4. Is this picking up?
No.
Is the man okay?
He's okay. Give him time.
Okay. you said you are playing clean sheet. Okay, you are playing clean sheet. Is it clean sheet, draw clean sheet, or which one? Your 3 games. In 3 games you considered 8 goals. 3 goals against Tottenham. 3 goals against Liverpool. 2 goals against Brighton. In 3 games, 8 goals. And you are saying you are picking up.
You see, let me chip in something. You see, I want the Premier League to change something. You see, they awarding best goalkeepers.
Yeah.
They shouldn't put it based on clean sheets.
Yeah, it should have been saves, actually.
Based on saves.
Yeah.
So right now, if Manchester United is doing this, you play a match, 5 games, you get 4 points.
Yeah.
Right now, Onana has 3 clean sheets.
4.
4, right?
4 clean sheets.
4 clean sheets. And at the end, they'll go and give him the best goalkeeper. And someone is there saving penalties, doing fantastic saves.
Yeah.
So I think if they change that rule, it will help the goalkeepers.
Yeah. So let me end up with this. I think Manchester United. I don't know why the owners are watching him talk this thing all the time. But for me, I think this should have been the perfect time to sack him during the international break, so that when you bring in a new coach, he will be able to actually do some things before the league resume.
Yeah. But they shouldn't sack him. They shouldn't sack him.
I know that's what you want. But
if they sack him, the club will, Manchester will pick up, which we don't want them to pick up.
Hey.
So they should keep him.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
So for me, I think this would have been the perfect time for them to sack him. But they can't sack him. Do you know why?
Why?
If they sack him now, aside the fine, aside the money they will pay him, the compensation about 14 to 15 million they will pay him, they will also make a loss of the players he has signed. The Zexi, the Mazarawi,
and he spent 600 million.
The Netherlands boys, they bought them for him personally. He asked for them. Yes. So if they bring in a new coach, the new coach may not want them as to work with them. So that would be a big loss for them. So I think it's like this. They actually want to sack him, but they can't possibly do that because of all these things. So my Man U fans, just bear with them.
They can still sack him, and I mean, if you have players and then a new coach is coming, it's not automatic that you must get new players. Probably they should just have a way of finding a coach that will believe in the players, like how Enzo Maresca believed in the boys before he came. I mean, find that balance. If not, yes, I agree to be a big issue, because if the coach comes and he doesn't want to play them, but then it lies on the owners to find a suitable coach that one. Besides, you have his replacement on your bench. So
the funny part of everything is Ten Hag he has signed every player in all the positions, but still he's struggling.
Let's move on. Chelsea won, Nottingham Forest won.
Yeah,
you said that was your game of the week.
Yeah, another game that I
for me, I was disappointed. I was disappointed in Chelsea.
No, I wasn't disappointed.
I was not disappointed.
Remember, I said Chelsea were actually lucky to go away with the point.
That's why I was disappointed.
No. Look, for the past, let me say, for the past 5 games.
We don't have a lot of time.
For the past 5 games, Nottingham Forest away games, they've not lost even one. Four draws, and they even had a win at Anfield.
That doesn't mean they cannot lose at Chelsea.
I know, but it tells you they are doing something right.
But we should also do something right. They shouldn't be the only people doing something right.
That's why they ended.
That's the point I'm coming from.
That's why it ended in a draw.
That is where I'm coming from.
That's why
especially when we had, you know, when we could have, you know, I mean, won that game. When you have Madueke on the touchline misbehaving.
Yeah, so that
you see,
that's
for the Madueke issues, I don't really blame Madueke. If you check among the forwarders, he was the only threat.
What threat?
Nah.
What threat?
Sancho was not shooting. Palmer to move.
It's not all about shooting. If you're not at the right position, don't shoot.
Yes.
You don't have to always shoot.
If you study something, Madueke was the only threat among our forwarders. Palmer was not seen top at
because
the first.
he wasn't. This guy wasn't giving him the balls.
He moved to Madueke's place. If you check, Palmer moved to Madueke's place, then Enzo was at Sancho's place. For my
That's
view,
what they should do. They support each other.
Yes. So all the balls were with Madueke, although he could have released. But right now he's a forwarder. He has to also try, but it was too much.
Not always.
All of us we are against.
As a player, one of your most important tool is your judgment.
Yeah.
Your ability to judge well. But if your judgment is always wrong, then you have a problem.
The judgments are coming from their fans. The coach
no, you don't understand the judgment I'm making. Your decision making. When am I supposed to cross?
Yeah.
When am I supposed to pass? When am I supposed to shoot? You should have all of these things. It should be at your fingertips, and you should at least get it 90% of the time. Yeah. But if you get it 90% wrong all the time, then there is a problem.
Shooting wasn't wrong.
Nobody said there were opportunities or there were chances that he could have better placed to score than him, but he shot and it went wild.
Wow! So
what sense does that
goal
mean?
he scored, all of us were not expect when he had.
That's what I'm saying. We are not saying that he shouldn't shoot. Though we are not saying he shouldn't shoot. When you are at a clear position to shoot, and you feel that this is going to score, that is fine. But we have seen clear opportunities where he knows where he is. He cannot score, but he wants to score.
I'm on the way player. If you're on the pitch, you don't see certain things. But if you are sitting down, you see it. Am I lying?
See, but that's what we're
not
saying.
those kinds of
Although
things.
he does it too
not
much.
Those kinds of things.
He does.
Are you saying that? But why is it that Sancho is able to see the guys and pass to them?
There are instances Sancho too is supposed to shoot, but he will give a pass.
So why are we not? No, that's the point I'm making.
That means he feels that it's not right.
He feels that the person he has given the pass is in a better position than him.
And Madueke believe in himself.
So why is it that he doesn't score most of the time? How many goals have he scored?
He has a hat trick. This match
created the hat trick?
we're struggling. Madueke
it tells you that he would have had more goals if he was playing well.
See, even had
if he stopped playing selfish, he would have more goals and more assists.
He got.
You see, I was
in a better position to finish off that hat trick. He was in a better position. And Kopama just released. Kopama could have actually
he also decided to shoot.
Assist. He could have actually shoot.
But he decided to give you because when we are not sure.
The fans, we are.
You know, with the fans.
Say you. Don't say with the fans.
We are too harsh on Madueke. Let's have faith in him.
If he should play, well. He should play well. He shouldn't play his own style.
Sancho was not a threat. Palmer was not a threat. Madueke was the only threat.
What do you mean by threat?
Threat, someone who can score.
So you are saying Palmer cannot score?
Palmer can score, but he was not in that position to score.
Because Madueke wasn't releasing the balls.
That's what you say.
He wasn't giving him the balls.
No.
The one he gave him he almost scored.
Yeah, he almost
but
scored.
For the defender blocking.
I mean Madueke's own too. He almost scored, but the defenders did well.
Massa. Okay, guys, you hear what he said.
Yeah.
So let's.
I'm a fan of Madueke now.
The last game was Brighton, not Tottenham. Big game.
Yeah, I Tottenham.
Brighton winning by 3 goals.
Yeah. Tottenham. I watched every bit of it, and then Tottenham started so well. They just
gave it away.
Brighton couldn't cope with them in the first half, but I don't really know what happened in the second half for Tottenham. But Brighton came back and everything changed. They had an early goal in the second half, and they also picked it from there. And I was shocked by the end result, but. Let's give credit when it's due. I think Brighton came back.
They did well.
Did their homework in the
second half.
In the second half, and everything was on point for them.
Right. Brighton.
Yeah, for me, I think that match. I don't know. After when they went to the dressing room, I don't know whether they gave the Tottenham players alcohol to drink, to booze, and how can you be leading 2, then come in and they will score you 3-2? Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, but since it's Tottenham, everyone, even they are small boys as compared to my team. So they've been struggling, but I don't really know what happened. How can you be leading and at the end you lose? It does not speak good of the coach. And if you check this season too, they are struggling.
They've not been doing well.
Yeah. And players like on that man, Timo played
for Timo Werner,
off target. He was just playing, all his shots were off target. I don't really know. I think Timo is good in other leagues, but not in Premier League. If let's say he understands himself and go to Bundesliga or somewhere, the Premier League is not helping.
La Liga, so many issues happening in La Liga.
Yeah,
so many issues happening in La Liga. Lamine Yamal don't want to be substituted. Carvajal has a very career-threatening injury over the week. And what do you have to say before we get into the,
I think I'll touch on the Lamine Yamal issue. I think people don't actually see this, but since the Barcelona lost to Osasuna, each of the games they played after that game, they actually killed the game under 30 minutes, under 40 minutes. They killed the game. So Hansi Flick has taken upon himself that, and the players that if we are to get where we want to be in the season, then we have to actually finish up the games early. So many games in the season. So if we're actually going to be resting some of the players, then that's what they should do. In the game against Young Boys, under 30-35 minutes, they were already 3-0 up. So the game was done. For the second half, we've seen a few minutes after the second half, we started substituting some of the players, Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and co. The same thing happened on the weekend against Alaves. From 35 minutes, they were already 3-0 up. So that's where, after 60-something minutes, Yamal was substituted, and he was looking looking angry and all that. But for me, I think he's doing the right thing for them, for the players themselves, and for the team, knowing that they have so many games to come. So they actually have to plan and then strategize their team moving forward. And not forgetting that Yamal will actually play in the Spain national team.
Yes.
If not 90 minutes, but he will be a key member. So I think he's doing him a favor there. You should rest so that you have enough energy to play the 90 minutes you want to play at the national team.
For me, I think I like coaches who understand the game, who reads
the game ahead
and know where they have faults at.
Yeah.
It was a big mistake he made in the Osasuna game. That cost them the game. And if you look at the table, that is the only game they lost.
Yeah.
Now, Hansi Flick knew what he did wrong. He came back to the table, trying to find solutions to still win and then still have his players well rested and have the energy to continue. He understands that there is something called an international duty somewhere. For them, they don't care about these players. Come and play. We want to win. Win after win, you go back to your club. So he has to find a way to give the energy, the energy he has to play at the national team, to play and still come back fit for him to work with. So basically, he is just trying to manage him to be able to, deliver on all grounds. So I think where the challenge is probably he hasn't communicated to Yamal with regards to, in that regard.
I'm sure he did.
Because I don't know why Yamin will be angry when, you have been told the reason why you will be coming off earlier than usual. But then let's not forget that now every player wants
the numbers
to be seen. They want to have like the goals. They want to have the assists and all of those things. It makes them. It pegs them on the top of the table. Yamin won't. It won't be bad for Yamin to win golden boots for the Liga. All of these things makes him want to play more. But I feel that at the end of the day, it is better to play less and play throughout than to play more and play less within this. Less games or few games. Because if you get an injury, look at Carvajal now. He's out for the whole season probably. If that happens to you, then you are out. So it is better you manage it now, and then be able to play throughout the season, where probably more numbers will come. And you probably achieving what you want to achieve rather than just getting angry because you are substituted. And I mean, nobody doubts your quality, but you should also understand the dynamics of the times we find ourselves now. Many games, and you have to still play. You have to still, and I know as a Flick don't want to make that mistake again of saying that, okay, Yamin, sit down. I want to rest you the whole of this game. You are not going to play. And then it will cost him again. He wants to play you, but he wants to play you in a way that it won't affect you and won't affect the team as well. And for me, I think that is a quality manager right there, top manager right there. And he should let the players understand his what's the name? His plans for them. Not just because he wants to substitute him. Nobody will have a Lamine Yamal in a club and will be substituting him for a particular reason. I don't know what you make about this Yamin conversation.
For me, quickly, I think Hansi Flick did the right thing.
Right.
And I was at the beginning of the season, I never had hopes Barcelona will perform like this. But here the coach is doing very well.
Very, very well. They've only lost one game.
One game.
Just one game.
And that one, let's say it was a mistake the coach did.
Right.
If he started his players,
they couldn't have gotten that. And he has transformed dead players into players that are performing wonderfully.
And for the Lamine's issue, I don't blame him too. A match that there are goals in it, then you substitute me. Definitely, I'll be angry because I'll be expecting to either also score or give an assist.
Right.
And here the case, you've removed me from the game. Definitely, I'll be angry.
Right.
And Hansi Flick did it in Lamine's own interest. Because after everything, you play here 90 minutes, go to Spain 90 minutes, come back 90 minutes. You can't
play.
Pedri, now that's what is hunting Pedri. I can remember, is it 2021, 2022? Pedri played, he was the whole world. It was only Pedri who played more games.
Minutes,
He played league. All the competition went for Olympics. He played about 72 matches. And at the end, Pedri had an injury, a big one. So
now
if
it's affecting him.
It's affecting his career. If, let's say, they don't do the and Lamine, you are still young, your bones are not that matured yet. If you also go and get those kind of injuries, your career is over. So I think he should just be patient, small, things will work out for him.
Carvajal had a career-threatening injury over. He was crying like a baby, and it got me a bit, sad.
I think,
I think Carvajal too sometimes is too aggressive, but I feel this injury is
this
really tough.
One was unfortunate.
It's really tough on him. Yeah.
From the onset, I mean, he wasn't going for any bad intentions. He was just about to clear the ball, and then the player stood in front of him, and it happens that
it's
way.
Unfortunate.
It's just unfortunate, but I think he's recovering well already. And Madrid did something that I'm so happy about. Even after the injury, they extended his contract. I think it's a nice gesture. It's a nice gesture for them to do that. So I think he's on his way to recovery, and we wish him all the best. We wish him
speedy recovery. Speedy recovery. And also something that happened in EPL when Chelsea was having their confrontations with Nottingham Forest. Kopama went and sat on the floor. I said, Abasa, what is...
That's why he's cold.
He doesn't want problems.
He doesn't want heat. He's just waiting for them to play his ball.
He wants to play his ball.
I think it is a way of communicating that I wasn't involved. I don't want any disciplinary issues.
Already Chelsea has been so many...
reckless.
So for this guy's injury, Carvajal's injury, I think he too, just like Yamin's issue, like they've used him too much. After the Euros, he played all the games. He was a key member of the team. Madrid too, he's a key member. And if a player is a key member, let's take Rodri for instance.
Guys, I think
almost all of those key players, they've played so many games, and a least mistake you do, you get injured.
Guys, I think time is far gone. So I'll just quickly go through the table so we know the standings of La Liga and EPL. So in La Liga, we have Barcelona are still on top of the table with 3 clear points away from Real Madrid, who are second on the table. Atletico Madrid third with 17 points. on the table, also we have Villarreal is also 17th with they are 4th with 17 points. Osasuna are 5th. Athletic Club are 6th. Mallorca is 7th on the table. Rayo Vallecano is 8th on the table as well. So, guys, those are the top 8 teams in La Liga. Let me take you to EPL. EPL, after, nothing has really changed much at the top because they were very, very, very balanced games. Liverpool are still on top with with 18 points. City are second with 17 points, 1 point different. Arsenal are third with 17 points on the table, but then City has a lot more goals scored than Arsenal. So though they all have the same goal difference, Chelsea are 4th with 14 points. 14 points, scoring 16 goals. Now City has more goals than Chelsea. Aston Villa are 5th, also 14 points, but Chelsea has a lot more goals than Aston Villa. You see where the goals also count when it comes to positioning. Brighton are safe with 12 points. Newcastle 7th. Fulham 8th. Tottenham 9th. Nottingham Forest are 10th.
Where's Manchester United?
United 14th.
Those down, we have to
14th. United are 14th. Everton 15th. Sorry, Everton 16th.
They are 4th after 10th.
Wolves are last on the table.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Right, guys. That is all time will allow us on this particular episode. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel as we keep bringing you amazing football content right here on Prekese Global Sports. We see you in the next episode. Peace. We out.